This is a mighty God. None can be compared to you. Mighty man in battle. Agune teba. Odoguna. Daddy akagwa jirigwe. Acha shadow. Yes, you are a mighty God. None can be compared to you, oh dog. Ooh, mighty man in battle. Agune chemba, odoguna. Daddy akago chirigwe. Acha kushabo. Odoguna, Odoguna, Digena, Odoguna, Digena, Odoguna, Digena. Dig Shongo no fit answer me. Obata no fit do anything. Lydia Lagbada ino. Love is answer. Oh, Maria. Ato farati. Be okay. Kai. Eledumare. Eledumare. Ọba àwọn ọba. Ọlọ́run àwọn ọlọ́run. Yes. Ṣọ́ngo couldn't answer me. Obatala couldn't do anything. But when I called on the name of Jesus, He did it for me. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. Oh, you're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. Oh, you're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. Yeah. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful, faithful God. You're a faithful, faithful Father. You're a faithful lover. You're a faithful, faithful Master. You're a faithful, faithful Father. You're a faithful, faithful lover. Oh, you're a faithful, faithful God. You're a 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 faithful God. Oh. You're a faithful God. Oh, you're a faithful, faithful. You're a faithful, faithful Father. You never leave me behind. You always come through for me. Oh, you're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. Oh, you never give up on me. Oh, you're a faithful, faithful God. I have seen what you can do. I have seen your power in my life. I've seen your glory. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful God. Nobody could answer me when you did, Jesus. And you always come through. You're a faithful God. You're a faithful, faithful Father. Shango no fit answer me. Obatala couldn't do anything. Only the Alagbada ino would always answer you. Eru Jeje, Omo Maria, Ato Farati, be okay. Eledumare, Eledumare, Oba, 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 Atere Kariayet, Oba, 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 He's a faithful God. He's a faithful God. Thank you, Jesus. Never leave you behind. He will never leave you behind. When you call on the name of Jesus, He will always answer you. He's an amazing Father. He's an amazing Father. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Taste and see that the Lord is good. Trust in Him. Hold on to Him. Hold on to Him and let Him guide you through. Let Him guide you through always and always. He loves you. He cares for you. And He's always by your side. Glory to God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, everlasting Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Glory to God.
Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning once again. Hatujafika afternoon bado. Good morning once again. To the people just joining us, good morning. Hello. You will introduce yourselves in a bit, but I'd now like to formally welcome Pastor Dennis Baraza to welcome all of us here at JCC Parklands.
Is it still? Oh, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. On behalf of the leadership of this church, more specifically Our Lady Bishop, Kathy Alan Kiuna, it gives me great pleasure and honor to warmly welcome all of you to this important training session. And just allow me to read my welcome speech. Today is not just another gathering. It's a moment of empowerment, capacity building, and transformation. We are deeply grateful for this strategic collaboration between Cameras Africa, Sony, I hope I will pronounce this one correctly, and Okunewong Director. Did I get it right? Huh? Whose commitment to excellence continues to raise the standard of content, creation, and production across Kenya and beyond. In a time where storytelling, media, and digital platforms shape influence and impact, this training comes as both timely and necessary. The opportunity to gain hands-on experience with professional tools, from live streaming systems to Sony's advanced camera technologies, is invaluable. To all participants, creators, filmmakers, production teams, and media enthusiasts, This is your moment. Tell your neighbor, this is your moment. Now I can't hear you. Tell your neighbor, this is your moment. So I want to encourage us to lean in, engage fully, ask questions, and maximize every session. The knowledge and skills you gain here have the potential to elevate not just your craft, but your influence as well. To our facilitators and partners, we sincerely thank you for investing your expertise, time, and resources into building people and shaping the future of media in our nation. Once again, you are still and you are all most welcome. May this training be impactful, insightful, and transformative. Once again, on behalf of Our Lady Bishop, please feel at home, feel at the feet of Jesus, and more importantly, draw as much as you can. God bless you. Karibuni sana.
Wapi makofi ya pasi tena. So we are officially welcome to JCC Parklands, and this is a training from CAMCORDERS Africa in collaboration with Sony and Okune Wong director Kevin. So you'll meet him in a few. But before tuendele, I'd like us to meet a few people who've just joined us. Nimeona a lot of people from Tharaka University. Mmeketi wapi? Mmeketi wapi? Yeah, let us have a representative just introduce you. Tuambie jina lako, where you're from, and maybe what you're hoping to learn from today.
Good morning. My name is Dehana, a student at Tharaka University. We are here today. We are hoping to learn much from CAMCORDERS Africa. Particularly, I want to learn on settings of Sony. Thank you.
Karibu sana. Wapi makofi yao? Can the team stand up? We appreciate you. We see you and appreciate you. Everyone from Tharaka, kila mtu wa Tharaka. Kila mtu wa Tharaka. Haya, wapi makofi yao? Wapi makofi yao? Karibuni sana. Karibuni sana. You are right on time. I saw another team that came in late. Maybe you could say hello to us and tell us where you're from. Wewe mwenye unajificha hapo. Here you go. Tusalimie, tell us where you're from and maybe what you're hoping to learn from today.
Good morning. I'm Simon from Rock Tabernacle. I'm in the media department. I've come to learn more about Sony settings and also content creation. Thank you.
Karibu sana. Have you come with people from Rock? Watu wa Rock simameni tuwaone. Wapi makofi yao? I'd also like to give a chance to any freelancer who has not said hello to us. Any freelancer? Unaweza tusalimia?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Javik. I'm a filmmaker, and I just came to learn more about cameras and appreciate your team.
Karibu sana. So, wapi makofi yake? Let's appreciate him. Let's appreciate him. So, I'd like to call upon Washington, and as we wait for him to formally welcome the team from CAMCORDERS Africa. So today we are going to cover a lot of things. I hope you're ready to learn. We're going to have a first session with Director Kevin, who is going to take us through live streaming. So if you have any questions pertaining live streaming, please make sure you have them ready to go. So we are going to have theory, just to familiarize ourselves with the program and what is going to happen, and they'll have a short presentation. Please take as much notes as you can. And then we are going to have lunch, and then after lunch, we are going to come back for practicals. Hello? So after lunch, we're going to come back for practicals, and we're going to interact with all the equipment that we have here. and keep learning. So in case you have any questions, make sure you've written them down and you're ready to go. We are also live on YouTube, on Cameras Africa. So if you know anyone who'd benefit from this session, please make sure that they are tuned in live on Facebook, on YouTube, and Instagram. So make sure that they're live and they're watching, and we are all ready to learn. Washington, we're ready for you. Wapi makofi ya Washington? Wapi makofi ya Washington mpaka afike? Wapi makofi ya Washington mpaka afike hapa?
Hi. Good morning. My name is Washington. Okay, tuachane na kizungu, si ndio? Kwa is it majina ama jina langu ni Washington, and I'm this simple. I'm a DOP, I'm an editor right here at JCC, but I equally run TW Studios on the side. And you are so welcome to JCC Parklands. It's a pleasure having all these faces, guys that have traveled all the way. Watu wa diaspora, Nakuru, watu wa Murima, Tarakaniti is here. Tarakaniti is here. Can I see those guys? Your hands, Taraka University. Let me see your hands. Ninyinyi. I respect you people. We know your ways. Karibuni sana, and before we continue, please allow me to introduce this gentleman from Cameras Africa, and then we continue the program. Makofi yake?
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, hamna saik. Good morning. Well, thank you. I'm James from Cameras Africa. I'm a sales representative at Cameras Africa. And nani anajua kuhusu Cameras Africa? By show of hands. Kuna mtu anajua kweli? Yeah. Our friend from the Rakanidi, we were there just the other day, remember, and I'm glad you're here. And Baraton, thank you for coming. We were founded in the year 1994. And if I was to say something, we have, in the past 30 years, we've been the biggest distributors of equipment. Equipment or storytellers, creatives, live stream, and also in that, with that view, we have been able to partner with our creative director, hiyo jina ni ngumu, but what is his name again?
Okay.
The name is a bit hard, but through that, Onge?
Okune Wong. Yes.
Oh, okay. So with us partnering with Okune Wong, we are able to offer also the training, the professional trainings, and give you an exposure of the, nimesikia wengi wakisema hawajui settings za Sony, okay? You have the video. Also, you can come here on our desk and inquire about all the products that we offer, and pretty that's all. So I'm going to invite, you said his name is?
Director Okune Wong.
Director Okune Wong.
Wapi makofi ya Director Okune Wong? Mpaka afike hapa. Director Okune Wong, in collaboration with Cameras Africa and Sony.
Praise God. Kosalama. As you have heard, my name is Okune Wong, the director. I come from Life Church Limuru, and I partnered with Cameras Africa in terms of live streaming, because that's what I do, and also I do trainings. So for this session, we were to do the live, the switcher, the live directing like a pro, and also the Sony NX800. But since now, I think from the questions that I got, we need to do now from live streaming. We see the different setups and what it entails for live streaming. Then I will do the, after the break, we'll do now the video switching and the other things that we'll do for the Sony NX800, yeah? So for me, live streaming, I'd just like to ask someone, what is live streaming? What is live
Nataka
streaming?
kujibu.
Because that's where we begin, so that we know when you're live streaming what you need, what you are doing. So for me, just a question, who knows what is live streaming? Anyone can try.
Yeah, thank you. I understand live streaming as broadcasting events in real time as they happen, the way we watch football live and other programs.
Okay. Clap for him. Clap for him. He has tried. Anyone else? Anyone else? Anyone to try? Okay.
Is the broadcast of video and audio content in real time.
Okay. So he has got it, yeah? Live streaming is the transfer of video or audio through the internet in real time. Transfer of video, audio through the internet in real time, just like the way TV does, yeah? So for live streaming, there are things that you need to have. First, you need to have the content. You need to know what are you live streaming. Those quiz kuna stuff zingine watu wana stream, but at the end of the day, you need to have a content of what you're live streaming. The second one, you need to have audio. So audio comes from various sources. We'll look at that. Also video, there are various sources for video. And then now, most importantly, the internet, because you're not live streaming to the people in-house, but outside, yeah? So you need to have, first there is content, there is audio, there is video, and now internet, yeah? So those three are key. For video, there are different platforms. The first one is the phone. You can live stream with the phone. But the phone is good because it's mobile, but then it limits you when you want to do a professional live streaming, yeah? Because you won't have many options. It's just one option, the camera, the phone. Now, the other one for video is the camera. Now, in terms of camera, we have different kind of setups. I'll talk about that. And then audio, there are different ways to also bring in audio on the for live streaming. One of the ways is connecting the camera direct to, connecting the audio direct to the camera. That's why you use a mic, you connect it direct to the camera. The other one you use, very important, because you intend to reach people from outside, you reach many people. Because maybe let's say like in here we have over, let's say 3,000, but now when you're streaming, you open the reach to over 300,000 or even 1 million or 1 million and above. Yeah? So for live streaming, we have different kind of setups. One is the one for the phone, just streaming with the phone, and you just go live automatically. The second option is now when you're using a camera. You connect the laptop, then you add the software. So there is that procedure from the camera, capture card, and then now to the laptop. So from the laptop, now that's where they add the softwares that you use to stream with, yeah? Oh, I didn't say software. Also software is key. Software is key. Now that's option one, option two for the capture card. Option three is where by now you have more than 3 cameras. In that area now, that's where we introduce the switchers. And at some point also there is this OBS. You can be able to add cameras on the through the OBS software, and you can have multiple cameras on the OBS. But now that one you'll be switching by just, if you have the touchscreen laptop, it will be easier. But the other way is when you have the OBX, you can add all the cameras, and you're now able to switch. That way, by you're using a switcher. And for switchers, we have 4-port, we have 6-port, we have 8-port, we have 12, and 24 or 64, like the ones that we use for MFest. Those ones have more ports, more cameras, yeah? Those ones are for the professional now level, like for football, for conferences, for greater events. So that's why now you can use the switcher. And then at the end of the day, there is something about live streaming that people need to be, how you're doing the audio. The normal way of doing the audio is that you take the, there's inbuilt audio from the camera. It picks from the surrounding. But that one, when you use it, it has noise because it's picking everything. But now from the camera, you can select line, then you connect direct audio from the mixer to the camera. So once you add it on the OBS or the vMix software that you're using, you'll be able to connect with that. So all these things are... So as we proceed, is there any questions that you can ask? Anyone with a question before we proceed? It's an interactive, so if you are able to ask questions, it will be easier also. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for the introduction, but my question is very simple.
Okay.
In the process of selecting the channel to use to do live streaming,
Yes.
what are some of the common challenges that you are likely to encounter?
Channels for socials or like the YouTube, Facebook. Okay. All of them have different dynamics, but they use the same, like the URL and the stream key. So depending on, for me, I feel YouTube reaches more people than Facebook. And for YouTube, you can be able to store for long. So Facebook, at times when you post a lot of things, what you've streamed live will be at the back end. But for YouTube, you can be able to go and just see what is there. Because we can also stream on Zoom. There is also what we call Twitch. So Twitch is for gamers. There's a connection for that they can be able to play many games in one connection. Yeah. So for social sites, it just depends with what you want to reach out. But for me, YouTube will be the best to do that. Yeah.
Thank you once again. For option 3, for multi-camera, what is the minimum number of cameras for one to get effective live streaming?
Minimum.
Minimum number, yeah.
Minimum to get effective is 3 cameras. 3 cameras, because 1 will be at the center, the main camera, then 2 will be roaming on the sides. 3 will be minimum. But now for cameras, you can go to even 20 if you want. There's a game that they used 24 cameras. So you don't miss any shot, you don't miss any angle that you want. So it depends also with the coverage that you want, especially for live recording. For live recordings, you don't want to miss any shot. So you have for the band, you have for the praise and worship, the lead, you have for the crowd, you have now for the, what is it called? The one that now gives an avenue of where you are. So there are many cameras that you use. For live recording, it requires a lot of cameras because of the different types of angles that you want.
One, two. My question is on the live recording.
Okay.
So you were talking about there's a video part and there's an audio part.
Yes, yes.
So how do you make sure that you have synced the two? Because sometime during live recording, the video might be maybe some milliseconds ahead,
okay,
or it might be some milliseconds behind.
In that way, live recording, there are 2 scenarios. One for live recording, there's one that they record on the cameras. Then there's a producer at the back recording now the audio. Then now after that, they'll take all what they have recorded and they will go and edit. They'll take it to an editor. So there'll be an audio recorded behind, then video from the cameras. The other one now is when now you connect all the cameras, you're able to view, depending on the rhythm of the music. So that's why you also need a very creative director who is at the back when you're doing live recording. If you're not recording on the camera, you have a director there who is recording on the either the laptop or the hard disk or SSD. So you need to be very, so there are two ways of doing that. So once they record, then they can go and edit. But now there is one that just goes directly. Like for live streaming, it's just direct. Whatever you have seen and you like preview program, it's out. Yes. Yeah. How do you sync? Yeah, so that's one. That's for that. There are the softwares, the DaVinci, the Adobe Premiere, because you are recording. So once you take that, you go to edit. You still take it to an editor to do that, so that you can be able to edit, to sync the vocals and the video, then to come out with something. Yeah. Yeah. In live production. In live production that's what I'm saying, that's the second option now, where now you have a director, he's able to view all the camera's angles, so he'll be switching according to how the music is going. But now when you're streaming, the settings on the camera, when you're adding to the, let's say the OBS or vMix, for the camera it needs to be the same from the camera into the streaming software. And audio, there is that place where you check the, what is it called? The hertz, either 50 hertz or something. So you really have also to check those settings so that they are in line with what you're pushing. Because the audio is from the mixer, is from a different place, video is from the camera. So you're syncing them on the software now. So you really have to check that first, then now you can be able to go live. But it's usually checked on the software. You first check from the software.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's about drone shots.
The?
Drone.
Drone shots, okay.
How do you achieve that while doing live streaming?
We do live streaming.
Yes.
For drone shots, we have 3 options. The previous drones, you had to record on the card from the drone, then you add it to the software like a video. But now we have more advanced drones, whereby you can connect the Ethernet cable on the console, then you connect it to the video switcher. So you're able to do that live. So any feed that comes from the drone, you'll see it at the switcher, and now you can be able to switch. Before, you could not be able to do that. We used to do the recording from the drone, then now we add it as a video now to the streaming that you're doing. So you add it to the software.
Any other question?
Morning. My question is, mostly when it comes to live stream, it's recommended you use the SLR cameras.
Okay.
But what happens when you want to use the DSLR cameras? Because I think the way they are manufactured is like they can be able to handle some, let's say ni kitu inaweza kaa for long. Ukiweka battery inaenda tu nikaa generator, haisimami. So when you want to use, according to you, which is the best one to use? Is it the SLR one or the DSLR ones? Because hizi zenye zinatengenezwa sahi, most of them zinachemka. Unaona? So what happens when you have maybe a live stream from morning till evening? Can you advise someone to use the DSLR or the SLR camera?
So for live streaming, there have been issues with the DSLR. You see, for these cameras, this is a Sony, but now these ones have been made for recordings for like 2 hours or 3 hours. Then you change the batteries and stuff. Huh? But they are camcorders. Now these ones, the camcorders are the ones that can go for long because you will need power. You will need and then for this one when you're live streaming, you're getting the video out. The screen will go black because it's sending the info. So you'll not be able to view from here. But I prefer you'd get the camcorders, the DSLR. They are better, and they go for long hours. Like this one for a whole day, it will work. Yeah. But if you're doing short, and then with the camera, the camcorders, they have the zoom lens, up to 20 times, up to I think 24x. So you can be able to zoom any time. But for these cameras, you need to get another extra lens, like the 72-200 or 72-600, depending on the view where you are. So camcorders are the best one to use for live streaming. Any other? Before I go to we have some of the equipment that we use for live streaming. I'll cover on that once. Anyone else with a question?
We have one right here.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I was asking in terms of recording.
Yes.
Let's say I'm using the camera there.
Yeah.
Is it possible that I'm able to have, in terms of the voice and the video, because sometimes when you're recording, there's always the audio either is backwards and the video is ahead. So how do you sync and you're able to get a good, let's say a short preview of something that you are recording?
Or when you're recording from the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, where are you getting your audio?
That's let's say I have the small mic that, or the, yeah.
The mic that you have.
Or the wireless one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one I think you have to check on the, it is a setting, it's the camera setting. So for this one, I think I'll check on that. I'll check on that later, because there's a place that you add, you check the, what do you call the frame rates, and the, what do you call it? It's megahertz or something. I'll have to show you that practical, so that at least you're able to do that. But it's possible. You can be able to record the audio and video going all at the same. Yeah. Any other last question?
We have one more here.
Yeah.
2 questions.
Yeah.
The best way to receive crisp audio when you're doing live stream. 2, I want to talk about the Wi-Fi bandwidth. The best for 1080 or 4K streaming.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, for audio, the best way to get audio is from the mixer, then it goes to the sound card. So from sound card, what we do is we monitor either the loudness or if there's distortion. But now the sound from the mixer is usually very, now audio, when you're checking live stream audio, there should be there's 2 ways to do it. When the guy is there at the mixer, you're mixing first the house, yeah? Then you'll have to create another line for online. And now you balance all the equipment. Because what I see normally is that people now, when someone is at the mixer, what you have done for the house is what you push to the online. And you find the quality is not the same. For house, it will be higher. But now for online, it will be very noisy. So what you do, you prepare 2 ways. First, you do the house one, and you make sure you balance it for the house. And now the other one, you create another link for online, a source that will just give the online. Then now you're able now to balance from the mixer. Then you get it from the sound card. Or there's this LAN that is called, what do you call it? LAN, connecting with the LAN. Dante. There's one for Dante. So Dante, whereby you connect a software to the PC, then you're able now to check the signals and balance it on yourself. For internet minimum internet that you should have upload is 30 Mbps. But that one is now when you are streaming through one site, like let's say Facebook. Minimum should be 30 Mbps. If you go below that, you'll be having streams that are not clear, or they're hanging. So from 30 and above, That one would be the best, either upload or download. Because for streaming, we need the upload more than the download. Yeah, download is for the people who are viewing, but upload is now when you're streaming. So you need to check 30 Mbps and above. That one will be the best for live streaming.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
I wanted to ask. I have 2 cameras maybe, and I am live streaming.
Okay.
I have my audio. So, will I use software to switch my angles and also to mix at the same time? And if I am using software, will that cause maybe, which will be the best way to do this? Will it be software or physically with other additional devices? Maybe an additional mixer and a switcher. Since I'm thinking maybe if I use software, it may affect the quality of my live stream. If I may have maybe not that, maybe my machine is not that powerful. Yeah, so it may cause
So
frame
my
drop.
advice is, if you're using more than 3 cameras, you cannot switch from the software. Because you see the software is streaming and it's still recording, and now you add videos to it again, and you want to switch, so you're overloading it. If you're using more than 3 cameras, you need to get a switcher, and we have the 4-port switcher, we have the 8-port, so it depends with the cameras that you have. But switching from the software is not the best option. Though for people it will be easier, and then connecting the cameras to the software. If you're using capture card, you will have a lot of capture cards to connect to the PC. So you get either USB hub or a hub that has more HDMIs, so that you can be able to add all the cameras. So it's a long process. If you're adding more cameras, just get a switcher, and there are many switchers that we have.
I wanted to ask, from experience, I haven't used camcorder to stream, but I normally use mirrorless. So I wanted to ask now, for that specific one, how sensitive is the sensor? Because you find most rooms, let me call it a room where you're streaming, it might not be well lit as it is here. And then he also asked something about streaming 1080 and 4K. You've only spoken about the minimal
internet
bandwidth that you need.
Yes.
So is it possible to stream 4K, or the maximum you can stream across all platforms is 1080?
Yeah, it's possible to stream to stream 4K, but that one you require a higher bandwidth. You require more than 100 Mbps. Because the heavier the video, the higher the bandwidth. The lower the video, like 1080, 720, you'll use a low bandwidth. But when you have 4K, 8K, you have to really have a good internet speed, over 100 and above. Because also internet speed is key for. The more you add load, it's like you're loading, and then now you don't want to add you don't want to, what do we call it? You're loading something and you're not feeding it, or it's not capable to handle what you have. Yeah. Then for camcorders, like for this one, they have auto framing features. They have they can detect the environment. It's called auto ISO, auto focus, and also they are sensitive to the environment. That you can get the camera, and like here there is light. When you switch it, it will change to the environment that you want. The new cameras, but the old ones you have to do them manually. Yeah.
So that means you don't have any control whatsoever. I have to rely primarily on what the camera decides for me.
Yeah, according to the environment, because they have been AI framed. So they are more advanced. Instead of you doing that, they can be able to do that for you. Like for this NX800, we have the FX9, and then those cameras that have auto ND. When there is too much light, the ND shatters. When there is less light, it comes to. So their cameras are more advanced. that can be able to do that for you instead of you doing it manually?
I think I'm a bit confused because that's a camcorder, right?
Yeah.
FX3, FX9, do they still qualify as a camcorder, or are they on a different bracket? Because in an FX6 or an FX9, for example, it has those features.
Yeah,
like
it has
ND,
those
it
features.
can have like 2 or 3 stops ND, but now I have control to pick whatever I want, depending on the type of shot or the type of mood I want to create.
Yeah,
But now I've said these ones are primarily automatic.
Yeah, with the new ones, they are automatic. So FX6 and FX9, that's what I'm saying. It's manual. You have to select any environment that you are in. But with this one, they do that for you. So depending on also the lighting that you have in that place.
My question is about streaming. While streaming with OBS, can we stream in more than one platform? And if yes, how can we achieve this?
Yeah, OBS you can. Also vMix you can. For OBS, there's a plugin that you need to download. It's called Atrium plugin. It's a multi-plugin for OBS. So there's that primary for OBS that you do at the settings. But now with the multi-plugin, it's called Atrium plugin. You are able to add more channels, and you can stream even to 10 if you want to. So there's just the plugin. So OBS is a free platform, but then you have to download the plugins to be able to do a lot of things with it. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I wanted to ask about the YOLO box.
Okay.
Could you touch something about it, and where would you recommend someone to use the YOLO box? Yeah, thank you.
YOLO box, it's called a multi-stream encoder. So for YOLO box, what it does is, we have different kinds of YOLO box. We have mini, we have pro, we have extreme. YOLO box, it's a multi streaming studio and a multi-level encoder. What YOLO box does is, it has taken all the platforms in one, the 3. The video, the encoding, and the streaming. So it has the social media in it. It has the switcher in it. And then it has the video. So for YOLO box, they are for mobile setups. But for me, these ones, they don't. For longer streaming, YOLO box sometimes heat up. They become hot. Or the way you connect, the YOLO box for me, they are mobile. They're just mobile to use, but you can't use them for a longer period because it's one encoder that has a lot of features in it. Yeah?
Any other question?
I have another question. During the Samsung S26 launching process, they used their mobile phone to conduct their live streaming. If you had followed it closely, how did they achieve their shot?
For Samsung, as you all know, Samsung have another level in video. So they have quality video, and you're able to. But now it limits because it's just the one shot that you have, and you go direct to, because they were using, was it different phones or one phone? Yeah? The same phone for the angles. Now you see, so it's one phone, the guy has to move in different, but you see there is quality. What Samsung has is the quality in videos also. There are videos, and also for iPhone, also video is very, very much clear. So you can be able to do that with the phone, but also the quality of the phone is key.
Hi again, everyone. So I have 3 questions.
Okay.
The first one relates so much with what our brother had asked. I've seen online so much in so many churches where you have that problem where the audio and the video is not synced. Either the video iko mbele ama audio iko mbele. And it's a common problem in most live streams. Hata mimi encounter that problem in my live streams. So I wanted you to expound a little more on that and how you can make sure the audio is perfectly synced. The second question is, I would like to understand bitrate and how it affects live streaming. Does it mean having a higher bitrate gives a better image? Or if I have a lower, I've heard people saying lower bitrates leads to a smoother stream. Maybe you can explain on that. And the last question, if I wanted to record a clean record of all the mix, right? Let's say I have like 4 cameras, I'm streaming, and I would like to record all of them. Is there a way that I can record it without having the lower thirds? You see, if I use the software, I'll be forced to have the lower thirds and all the things that are going to the live feed. But what if I wanted to record a clean mix of everything that is being mixed live? Thank you.
Yeah, so let's start with the clean mix for recording. That one now you'll have to have maybe 2. You need to have 2 streaming software set up. You'll have now the one that goes live, and now you'll have another one that records now the recordings. Because you see, when you're doing, when you're adding the lower third, it goes live and it's still the same place that you're recording. So it records with all that you have pushed to it. But you need to have 2. Or you just go to the other option of just recording on the cameras, and then you go and edit. Yeah. For bitrate is the speed of transfer of the video that you're streaming. So higher bitrate will need you have more bandwidth. Lower bitrate, you'll have lower bitrate normally when you change with what we call the setting for either 720 or 1080. So higher bitrate, you'll stream more faster. Lower bitrate, you'll be having issues. Yeah. So because bitrate is just the speed. So when the speed is low, even the streaming won't be working. When you have a higher bitrate, then it will be working. Yes. The internet speed, as I've said, you just have to make sure that you have a good internet connection. Because the internet is just connection. If you don't have a good internet connection, however good, you have the best bitrate, but the internet is not working, that also will also have issues still.
Okay, we have another one here.
I'm blessed. Thank you for the opportunity. Yeah. I have a question, and also I kind of have an answer to most people.
Okay.
You have said that for the sound and audio you have delay. Now you are using OBS. You are sending the signal via the sound card, because sometimes sound using the USB 2.0 is quite fast compared, for example, using a video switcher. It kind of process sound. So in the settings, apoko OBS hapo chini, there's that sync offset. So you delay the microseconds depending on the type of camera you are using. When you're using vMix, the same settings, there's that delay option. For the channel matrix, you use the same. That's my answer. Now for the question, I'm using a vMatrix Shark 6, and I'm using a Canon XA60B. Now, when I'm trying to set the frame rates, for example, when I put it at 25, it doesn't give me the signal. But now when I put it at around 50, it gives me a signal. Can you kindly elaborate on the science behind that?
That one is a bit tricky because maybe it's on the compatibility also with the settings. Like the maximums for the Shark and also for the camera. I think it's just compatibility issues on that. Because now when you do 25, you're able to view. But when you do 50, you're not able to. When it's just 25, you can. I think it's upon it's the settings, compatibility issues. We'll need to check on that.
Any other questions?
Okay, so in terms of equipment that we use, I talked about a sound card. So we have different kinds of sound card. They're on those advanced one, like the V-Matrix. This one is an advanced sound card. So it's a converter. This one does converting from SDI to Type C. So sound cards are different also. You can have the HDMI to SDI or HDMI to HDMI. So they just convert the feed from the camera so that the software is able to get it. Yeah? So sound cards also help, but now when you're going professional level, it means if you have more cameras, you'll have more sound cards, of which is not advisable. So when you're adding cameras, get a switcher if you are able to get a switcher. That only be the best option to go with more cameras. But for one camera, it's affordable for using a switcher, using a sound card than having a switcher for an affordable option. But when you're going for a professional one, you use the switchers. I've talked about YOLO box, and also we have the switcher. We have different kinds of switchers. We have the, what do we call the AV Matrix. AV Matrix have a variety of switchers. This one is a Shark S6. We have the H4, and also we have the S8, the ones that have now screens, 18 or 13-inch screens. So there are different types. And then we have, what do you call it? Black Magic switchers, Atem. So we have the Atem Mini or Atem Extreme, and then we have the Atem Studio. All these are switchers that you're able to use. Depending on your budget, you're able to use them for streaming. For more professional level, you're able to use the switcher. In terms of directing, there are comms. Communications is key for directing. And for that one, I know these days they use walkie-talkie. But walkie-talkie, when other people get in the frequency, they're able to hear. So when they are talking, the director is talking now, you cannot be able to direct. So we have the comms, and for the comms, we have different types. We have the Holy Land. Then we have one that is called Synco. Then we have the, what do you call it? Axion. Axion. We have the Axion, yeah? So Holy Land is the best for crazy environments. Because with this one, you can be able to go for a long distance, and also for battery life is okay. So for me, Holy Land will be the best one, but now, depending on your budget, all of them have a variety, but these ones are more a high end, yeah? So this one is for communicating, either with the cameraman or even the guy in the sound. So this is what we call a comms. So we have one that is main, that normally the director has, and now this other one, they're distributed to the cameraman and maybe the sound guy and the stage, those stage managers. So it's key for communicating. Rather than shouting and calling someone from afar, you use the comms. So comms also really help in directing, depending on, now, in terms of price, depending on the environment that you are in. Yes? Average price. So, like for Axion, the most they can go is, I think, around 65K for 5. But these ones are more high-end, so they are like around 120 and above for the same number of headset. So they have different, but now Axion and Synco are cheaper. Yes. Yeah.
I had a question.
Yes.
In live stream,
yeah.
There's a time with my team, we discovered you can link what you're doing to your phone. Let's say you are using a PC, but there's an option of linking the whatever you're doing, the operations you're doing with your phone. So I was like, it's an option in the settings, but it wasn't efficient. I didn't understand like the main purpose of linking. Yeah, and it was like, it was not efficient because you are able to only see let's say you're having a lower third, you are having a PNG at the top right, and the video. It shows you only those. If you want to add input, you have to add from the PC so that you can receive it on your phone. Yeah, so the benefits.
For me, using an app is just for, I'd say it's for viewing. Because when you want to do most of the switching and adding, you use that on the software. Because it's more practical when you're doing it manually. For the phone, it will limit you because it's a small space and it gives you what you're supposed to see. So you'll not be comfortable with doing all having an experience of either switching, live streaming better. So for me, doing it manually is better. The software is just for viewing and seeing what is going on, if it's okay, or balancing things. But at the end of the day, using an app for live streaming, it really limits you. Yeah, you're not able to control anything. Yeah.
Okay, so considering right now we are talking about gadgets, you're talking about live streaming and all that.
Yes.
Maybe I can ask this question.
Yes.
We want to have to direct like a pro. Yes?
Yeah.
So in a setup, I have like 3 cameras.
Yes.
In a setup, how many people do I need?
Ah.
Yes. For that, I'm doing live stream with 3 cameras.
For 3 cameras?
Yes.
Okay.
How many people do I need on the set?
To get a better stream, eh?
Yes.
So for 3 camera setup for live stream, you'll need first 3 people on the camera who are good. Then you'll need a director who will be able to get the different kinds of shots, because the director is the one who is able to know which camera will be for a specific camera angle. Then now you'll have someone also on the software. There'll be someone on the software also. Yeah? So you have around how many people? 3 software, directing. Maximum is 6 people. No, minimum is 6 people. And also there's someone, the one who is live streaming will be able to be listening to the sound. Yeah? So you can be able to do both. You're live streaming and you're commenting on the social sites, and still you are listening to the audio from the either sound card or what the feed that you're being given. Yeah. So minimum of around 6 for a 3 camera setup for live streaming.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
I was to ask you a question.
Yeah.
During live stream,
yeah.
You must have laptops.
Yes.
For a better live streaming, how many laptops do you require to have a good live streaming?
Okay.
And then, can you tell us like which type of recommend a capture card for live streaming?
Okay. For live streaming with laptops, you don't need many laptops to live stream. What you need, there are different specs for laptop for live streaming. First, you need to check on the RAM. The RAM should be 16 GB and above. And most importantly now is the sound card. What do you call it? Graphics card, sorry. The graphics card. Because graphic card it's what encodes the videos. So for a laptop, if you're going to get a laptop for live streaming or a PC, you check the RAM, 16 GB and above. Graphics card should be from 8 and above for graphics card. And then now you have the space, either 1 TB for recording. But the key is the RAM and the graphics card. Yeah, because RAM is for the machine for speed, but now graphics card is for now the video, the encoding. Yes, yes.
check. Okay, I had a question on live streaming.
Okay.
How do you enhance confidentiality in live streaming? Maybe you are taking a scene somewhere, and then you need to blur someone who is not supposed to appear on the scene, maybe on the face. How do you achieve that?
Like you're live streaming as you're on camera, and there's someone who doesn't want to be seen. Yeah? Or I'm not getting what you are. I'm not getting your question.
Okay, maybe in ethics, you are not supposed to live stream something. Maybe an injured person, you know, like the live stream is for children,
Yes,
and then you are showing a stream of people injured, and then you don't want to take that scene. So how do you enhance that in editing, in live streaming?
You know,
Not in pre-recording.
In live streaming, as a director, the one taking those shots, because as a director, you'll be the one answering to the, because you have the preview and now you have the program. So from you, depending on the event, you have the etiquette of knowing there are some shots that you cannot show. Yeah? So there's that area of, as a human being, there are things that you're not supposed to show that will depict vulnerability of a person. So you need to as a director or as the one also on the camera, you need to be very careful on what you're shooting also. Because there are things that even when people see, will not be okay. But now to you, when you're showing it, what are you trying to prove? So either as a cameraman or as a director, there are things that as a person you need to have those values. Yeah.
Maybe to just ask,
okay,
what are some of the laws and regulations we need to be alive to when we are doing live streaming for purposes of compliance?
For compliance. I think that one will depend with the environment. Because some environment, you are limited to what you can live stream. Some areas, it's open. You can live stream anything that is there. So for me, for the laws, it depends with also the environment that you are in. And the other thing is also, as you're live streaming, there are rules where you are. Because like right now, you see there are those people who are given fine for, like someone has seen himself on the live stream and he didn't give you the consent. So he'll come to court and he will be arrested. So at the end of the day, kuna zile disclaimer that we do outside the premises. Like this area will be recording and it will be used for our use. So you'll be able to see it anywhere, but we have given you that a choice that when you enter this premise, we are taking videos. So you'll be able to see yourself somewhere. So it depends with the environment for the laws.
Amen. Okay. So my question would be on directing.
Okay.
Because I think that when we live stream, we are not merely just pointing cameras at people for the sake of it. There is a story that we want to tell.
Yes.
All right? So what are the elements or the fundamentals of directing? For example, in a live stream event. Say, for example, I'm in church. I'm in JCC Parklands.
Yes.
We are having a worship experience, all right? And we are live streaming it. What is the director supposed to do, or when does the directing begin for us to have an optimal, well-told story?
So for directing, first you need to know that as a director, you are the one in charge of what is happening in the environment. So you are in charge of the cameraman, you are in charge of knowing the camera angles that he'll have, and also on what you're shooting, because sometimes there is praise and worship, there is speeches, then maybe there is a presentation. So as a director, you need to have, there are key things you need to have. You need to know the angles, the different camera angles for the different sets. Like for praise and worship, we have different angles that you use. So as a director, you need to know, in terms of praise and worship, when I'm switching, depending on how the rhythm, because you're creating a rhythm, but through video and also audio. So you need to know that when it's praise and worship, which angles are used in that. Yeah, you can be creative, but there's a limit to what angles you can be able to use. So you need to know, as a director, angles are key, the camera's angle. And then also, you need to know that you are in charge. The people that you assign cameras, are they up to what you will produce? Because you just don't give anyone a camera because he knows how to use it, but in terms of angles, does he know, when you place him somewhere, let's say here, which angles can I get from this side, apart from, as a director, telling the person? But also, director, you need to be just clear on the people that you have, the angles that you need to do, and also what is happening when and where. Angles, for layman, is the camera angles. Camera angles. So for camera angles, we have the, what do you call, there's the medium shots, there is the wide, there is the close-up, there's the revealing shots. So all these are camera angles. So you need to know as a director, when are you using them, and to which part of the song or which part of the activity that is happening, that you're able to switch in between these angles to bring out something better. Yes. You need to be in sync. You need to be in sync for a better production. Yes.
So my question was in camera setup,
Yes.
in regards of OBS software.
Yes.
How many maximum number of cameras can OBS software compact?
For OBS, you see, you add it as an input, as an add a video, yeah. But now, with the specs of the PC, will it be able to add more cameras? Because now you're loading the software and also you're loading the PC. That's why I've said if you're adding more cameras, it's better you use a switcher than add them directly on the software, because you'll be adding more load, and now it will not be easier for you to switch. It will be hanging all the time. Yeah.
Thank you yet for another opportunity. I would also like you to touch on transmitters as a source of, as a gadget, and also on the cables. So this is my question. How would you recommend, is it possible to use the transmitters or the cables? Or in what situation would you use the cables or the HDMI or the transmitters?
So all of these have different value. Like for transmitters, we have different ranges. We have the one 400 meters. We have the one for 1 kilometer. So we have the Holy Land. We have the Axion. We have, which one else? Any other transmitter that you've heard of, apart from Holy Land and Axion? Yeah. What? So they depend with the ranges. So there's one that for 400 meters, the one for 1 kilometer, and then there are ones that need line of sight, that the transmitter and the receiver has to be on the same wavelength. Now for the cables, we have two cables. We have the HDMI and SDIs. HDMIs were originally designed for home use, for home appliances, because then you could only get a HDMI of around 20 meters. So for professional side, they now use the SDI, the serial digital interface. So SDI can go for a distance of 100 kilometers or 100 meters. But for HDMI, if you use more than 20, you need to add a connector or what we call it, an expander or something. So SDI go for longer distance. And now that we are using, like for the one for Rema Fest, we were using the fiber SDI. So fiber SDI can go to 600 meters. So that's why you find the Obivan is hidden somewhere and the cameras are just there. So the connection, you run the fiber cables. Fiber goes for a long time. So SDI will be the best option to use for cables. HDMIs are good, but they are so, what do you call it? They're so fragile in use. That's why you get the ports for the mixers in a ban. Because HDMI na carry power, video, na sound. So power either from the camera or on the switcher. So you imagine you're connecting and then umelink the parts without really inserting the HDMI well. Your port itachomeka. But for SDI, what they carry is just the video and sound. The one for the OB van, it's called outside broadcasting station. That SDI cable carries also communication. So from the switcher, it's connected, the SDIs are connected there. Then on the switcher there is the talkback. And then on the camera, you connect now your talkback also from the camera. So it carries three: comms, video, and audio. Yeah.
Right, thank you. My question is, when you are carrying out a live broadcast, we have different streaming protocols. We have the FTP, we have the SMTP, RMTP, and HTTPS. Which one is the most convenient when doing live streaming?
That will depend with what you're adding. Because for RMTP, that will be for online. And then for SMTP is when you're adding maybe a camera. And also there's the NDI also. So it depends with the source that you're adding. But for normally, the most that we have is the RMTP for all the social media sites, even for Zoom and all that. All you need to do is just the key that you need to change. It depends with what you are streaming.
A question.
Yes.
For the complex live streaming setups, like the footballs and the complex setups.
Yes.
So do they still use the same streaming software such as vMix and the OBS, or they have other custom-made streaming softwares?
They have other custom softwares, but the key that they have is the vMix, and also there is one called the Mimo. I don't know if you've heard of Mimo software. It's from Germany. That one is for multi-broadcast. It's for now professional broadcasting for TVs. And then there is what we call there's StreamYard. So it depends also with what you're good at. Because at the end of the day, it's what you know is what you can use. So there are so many softwares that you can be able to use, and even the streaming platforms. But it depends with you also what you want to do and what you want to stream on. Yeah.
Mine is not a question, but to answer his question and maybe add more to what you said.
It's okay, it's okay.
For the director, you said layman, but I don't believe there is a layman in here. We are professionals. Now, I have a feeling that for a director, the approach is different. I will watch, I will see, I will think, I will dream, but I want to see it being actualized. So there is a word that mostly describes what goes on in the mind of a director. It is the ability to visualize before the action takes place. Now, I will preempt a movement before it takes place, and if my camera is capturing it, I will proceed and use the preview and then show it to the people. But if my camera is not showing it and I'm seeing something is about to happen, I will visualize and see that this thing is going to tell this story so that the narrative in my mind can also be gotten by the people that are watching this particular stream. Now, the ability to visualize is something that creates an image in the mind of the director before even the action takes place. And what helps you in it is to stay laser focused on what happens next, because the people are not aware of what you are seeing. You see before them. So your work is just to see, focus, stream, and preview and show. So you visualize, you image. And then there is also another level of visualization that happens when you are visualizing the effect and not the actual event. The effect of that thing, you are going to feel it before other people. So you might show that torn sock and the effect it is going to have in the audience before it happens, because you saw it in the preview and your camera captured it before. So the ability to visualize can extend to the effect that you are looking for. Now, when he was talking about camera angles, there is something very specific about angles. They tell a story in a very unique way. The camera angles, he talked about the shots, the short types.
medium shot, close-up shot, and those are the things. The camera angles, we are talking about low angle shot, medium, or the high angle. I see it straight ahead, and then the high angle shot. The high angle shot will minimize the size of the subject. If I put the camera higher than the subject, I will make the subject appear smaller, and the implication is that I'm taking power from the subject. I'm minimizing the effect of that human being. For example, if President William Ruto is standing here and I put a high angle, I will be taking and diminishing his power. So I will visualize what my angle is telling before my camera person puts the camera higher than William Ruto or our president. When we talk about the normal angle, that is the way I'm seeing it. I want reality and I want perspective, the way I will see it in real time. And when I'm talking about low angle, I'm going to make my subject appear powerful and bigger. And I need to see that before the actual time, before the people see it and know the effect that this size of a human being is going to have. If my person, the person presenting, is shorter, I'm going to basically put the camera, go lower, I make him appear bigger so that whatever is going to be spoken about is having the effect that is supposed to be felt at the end of it all. So the director visualizes, sees, and analyzes before people even dream or think about it, because you visualize. Then on the question of specific laws and regulations, we have privacy laws and regulations. We have defamation. These are some of the things that help control what people see and what people hear. For example, when we are talking about defamation, I need to be thinking about libel and slander. What I say, what I write. In live streaming, it is basically what people hear, slander. Now, when we're talking about privacy, am I going to show them what is not supposed to be shown? If it is a member of parliament in parliament, I will show people because of the public interest to know. Now, there are so many rules guiding it, but for a producer, we have legal aspects and we also have ethics. Ethics will control you as a person and what you are about to present, and that is a different topic. But the laws and regulations are there in the Constitution. If you go through Article 43 of the Constitution, you'll find it. We have things related to propaganda, you will still find them there. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Haya, makofi kwake tena. And makofi to our director. Yeah, I know we have learned a lot and we've written a lot of notes. So I'd like us to take a short break. Sindio, tukunye maji, we freshen up. We have the washrooms. When you use this door on my, left, on the left, just behind here, we have the gents and the ladies, but you can also use this door to access the gents and the ladies. We're going to take a short break right now and be back here at 2 p.m. But then we're going to also have some snacks and bitings. But before that, as they come, please feel free to mingle. Please feel free to interact. And you can also come and interact with the equipment here, pole pole, as we wait for the snacks and then resume at 2. But before we go, wacha tusalimiwe na some people that did not get to introduce themselves before, and then we go for a short break. Hello. Naweza kuja tusalimie tafadhali. Makofi yake tafadhali.
Hello everyone.
Tell us your name, where you're from.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Winnie and I'm from Tharaka University.
Makofi yake tena. Could you please introduce yourself?
Okay, sorry for standing up again. My name is Komolo Amos. I am, the three of us, we are lecturers at Tharaka University, and we brought the students from Tharaka University.
Good afternoon. My name is Njoka. I'm one of the lecturers from Tharaka University. So I thought I brought students here to learn, but turns out I've learned more than the students. Happy to be a student today.
Sawa sawa basi. I think we can break for a short break. Feel free to mingle around again. When we come back, we're going to learn, we're going to interact with the Sony NX800, and we're going to look at the practical features and literally interact with the equipment. Sasa, karibuni sana tena JCC. Let's take a short break. We'll see you back here at 2 p.m. Let's make sure by the time unatoka huku tukirudi usiketi na mtu mwenye ulikuwa umeketi naye. Okay? You sit with someone else, get a contact or two, and let's interact and mingle with each other. And keep your belongings safe, please, tafadhali. Carry around your bags, your phones, or any valuables that you may have. Please stay with them safely.